A king that did not know Joseph rose up and he saw the Israelites. The king was intimidated by two things. He said, number one, they are stronger than the Egyptians. The fear of Pharaoh was that these Israelites will turn their back against Egyptians and fight them. So Pharaoh's way of sabotaging that possibility was to kill the babies, but he spared the adults. The very people he was supposed to kill were the adults. And I was asking Pharaoh, why did you spare the adults? Pharaoh said, it doesn't matter whether we kill the adult or not. As far as we create a system of bondage around their life, the fighter in them will die. Something now happened. Moses saw an Egyptian smiting an Israelite. Even though the Israelites had what it takes to kill the Egyptian, but because of the system of bondage around his life, something had happened to his self-image, to his self-esteem. The fighter in him had died, so he could not raise a finger against the Egyptian. But Moses was not raised in that system of bondage. He was raised in the palace. His self-esteem and self-image was still preserved. And when he came, the fighter in him rose up and he killed the Egyptian. Now you understand why when the Israelites came out of Egypt and they were confronted with the giants of Anakim in the Canaan land, the Bible says they saw themselves as grasshopper before the giant. That is because of something that Pharaoh did to them. Caleb also was part of that slavery. How come he had a different spirit? The Bible says that Caleb followed God fully. Why the fighter in Caleb was being crushed by Pharaoh, the guy looked beyond the present pain and he was outsourcing strength from a realm that supersedes the realm of Pharaoh's strategy. He will go to a secret place and he was having koinonia with divinity. At that time, nobody knew something was happening on the inside of him until a time when he was confronted with the gate of destiny and he saw the giant of Anakim, and that fighter rose up in him. He said, as my strength was 40 years ago, that is how my strength is even now. Therefore, give me this mountain. So the request for a mountain was predicated on a strength that he acquired in the place of fellowship. Never you confront the giant of your destiny until you have what it takes to surmount them.